Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to Madam Izadura and my fellow friends. We are from group 14, LAX2049. I've got news for you. For today, we are going to continue our group discussion 5, where we will be discussing about the last section, which is education news. So before we start, we are going to introduce ourselves. My name is Asyiqin binti Azahari and my matrix number is 197699.
My name is FATINAH binti Haji ISHAK. My matric number is 197439.
Hi, my name is AMIRA Natasha and my matric number is 198457.
Hi, my name is AYUNNI. My matric number is 198662.
Hi, my name is MOHAN and my matrix number is 202498.
Hi, my name is AFIQAH and my matric number is 199117.
Hi, my name is NAJWA. My matric number is 199070.
Hi, my name is FAKRUL bin AZNAN. My matric number is 196252.
So the title of my selected article is Call to Stop Sexual Harassment and Safeguard Children in Schools. I got from astroawani.com. It was published by Bernama on 28 April. As we know, recently there is a viral incident about secondary school female student who was recorded and uploaded her video, claimed that a male teacher joked about rape during a physical and health education class. The latter incidents had caused her receive rape threats from some peers in her schools. This issue is very serious since it clearly shows that the lack of gender sensitivity in school environment. That is why this article was published to call for stop the sexual harassment by adopt and publish procedures to immediately provide resolution of this issue. The Education Ministry has been urged to promptly address the recurring cases of sexual harassment and safeguard children in schools. So in my opinion, we can share news about this issue to create awareness on gender sensitivity. That's all from me. Thank you.
This news is from the start. The title of this news is Malaysian student is top in the world for chemistry. So this news is about a Malaysian student that's named Cherry Chow Shuwei have received the top in the world award for the International General Certificate of Secondary Education examination in chemistry. So Cherry Chow is 17-year-old student at Beacon House Regional International School. Here receives the highest standard mark. So according to the school, Shuwei beat close to 1 million students from around the world to earn the prestigious award from the Cambridge Assessment International Education during the recent Outstanding Cambridge Journal Awards. So her other achievement include winning the overall top participant at the prestigious Mangahyde East Asia Med Ninja Challenge in 2019, a competition that saw her beat 40,000 students from Japan, China, Korea, and Singapore, and other countries across East Asia. She also beat gold in the national level kangaroo math competition and was a top achiever in the 2019 the University of Andrew Math competition. She also earned the gold award in the Twin Commerce Essay competition in 2019 and 2020. So I think this news is interesting because Shuwei has raised the country name at the international level and show that Malaysian students are also able to compete at the world level. So I think that's all from me.
Okay, so now I will summarize the news from the News Straits Times. The topic is the Ipoh teacher creates YouTube videos to help students during the MCO, written by Ryan Rafidi, 19th of May 2020. So this article talks about an English teacher, Aisha Muhammad Hamdan, choose the digital platform in order to make sure the teaching and learning continues. As you can see, Aisha chose YouTube platform as the best teaching videos to share with her student. One of the challenge she is facing is that it took time to do research and learn about the essential of filming and creating videos. But now her YouTube channel has now grown into nearly 400 subscribers and over 12,000 views. For my opinion, this can be a good example to all teachers and students, so that they will not left behind. Due to this pandemic, we have to adapt to this new normal where we have to use all these technologies to make the learning and teaching process continuous. Okay, so that's all from me.
Okay, so I will continue. So my news for today that I will share is entitled Don't Leave Special Students Behind, which is published on Sunday, 28 June 2020. So there are 88,000 preschool, primary and also secondary school students according to the Education Ministry who have global development delay, intellectual disability, autism, Down syndrome, ADHD, dyscalculia and also dysgraphia, and also dyslexia among the learning disability. So they need extra care during this pandemic. So one of the reports states that the government must consider the difficulties of learning at home for students with special needs. Disabled, underprivileged, and also underperforming students should be prioritized. Meanwhile, Malaysian Care Community and Development Coordinator Rosin Leong said the ministry needs to increase the number of qualified special education teachers and also create a good support system for parents to improve their special education. And support system for parents and support groups are crucial not just for the parents to encourage one another, but for them to be able to seek out solutions that they can implement at home. So in my opinion, these disabled students' education must be given attention to during this pandemic. This can help to make sure that they are not left behind and also still gain knowledge. This also can help to educate them about COVID-19 and why we have to wear masks and all. So I think that's all from me.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so today my news is about Education Ministry says school session to continue safe to attend and not cause of COVID-19 cluster exclaim. So it was published on 26 April 2021. So in this news, the Education Ministry, which is KPM, is committed to continuing with the school session as it is confident that the standard operating procedure implemented in school and can curb the spread of COVID-19, said by Senior Education Minister, which is Dato' Muhammad Razim Majidin. So he said that the data available show that schools were safe to attend and not the cause of COVID-19 cluster as claimed by various quarter. So Razi also said the authorities would step up the measure for SOP compliance in hostel, including through a task force. However, the school would be closed on the instruction of the National Security Council (NKN) if the situation was said. So basically, in this news, what the KPM said that school can't spread the COVID-19, but as we can see now, there is some of the education cluster that happen in the various of school. So I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, so next, I will share my news, which is rain matter of the school bag. Previously, our previous education minister, Dr. Mazli, has issued his concern on this. So as we know, the school bag from this secondary school and from standard 1, their bag is so heavy, full of books, and each subject, I can say each subject has 4 or 5 different types of book. So Dr. Mazli has stated his concern about this because from the picture you can see they bought a very heavy bag to school, and their classes is not on the first floor. Sometimes their classes in the 3rd floor, and imagine just a small little kid like this carried a heavy bag to the 3rd floor. So this not only affect their mental health, because as they attend the class they will feel tired because they carry a weight bag, and it also will affect their body posture because as we know, children, their bones is still not so tough. So when they tend to have a heavy bag, it will affect their body posture and give it just as a curve at their back. So it will give bad effect to their health also. So this Dr. Mazli he provided alternative to children, to the students for provided alternative to give a student an e-book, but I think his suggestion is not going well because from today, still today, students still have a heavy bag to school, and I think maybe our future generation can continue to suggesting this issue to the Ministry of Education to take concern about this issue and take a new alternative for them. So I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Today I will talk about the news, the recent news, which is scrapping of UPSR get mixed reaction. Based on this news, the decision by Putrajaya to abolish the UPSR has received a mixed reaction from education group. So some of them think that it is good to abolish UPSR because public exam only added pressure on students to get good result. UPSR also skewed toward producing A's but neglect wholesome education, and it is only toward achieving academic excellence and nothing else. But some of the exam year and exam coursework quizzes had been continued instead of UPSR. They are going to proceed with year-end exam because the teacher would like to evaluate their student performance. So they also said that the big exam only cause teacher to heavily focus on preparing students for tests rather than providing quality education for them. They say that the teacher only teach for the test, not to educate them. But some of them also not really think this is a good decision because it is a last minute cancellation. So educators not to be informed earlier, causing them to be stressed and confused how to evaluate their students. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, so I got this news from the New Straits Times. Okay, and the topic of the news is staying motivated with online learning, written by Rosanna Sani on the 1st of July 2020. So this news basically tells us about ways and also like situations that are being faced by students due to this pandemic that caused us all to move from a face-to-face learning to a virtual and remote method. Okay, so in this particular news, there are actually three to four people involved in this. Whereby first is a UITM student, a third year chemical engineering student, who said that that it is difficult for students who are living in rural areas. Okay, whereby they have in rural areas whereby they have like not stable and a bad internet connection. And he also said that that the situation can be quite disheartening and can affect focus and concentration among the students. Okay, and then another student, a third year law student, said that according to her, she one of the ways that she can cope up with this online learning is she has a self-discipline character whereby she keeps up with the lecture or class notes or the class schedule, okay, for her to keep track, okay, with things that are going on in the campus. And then she also said that online discussions doesn't really give her the same degree of understanding as in real life, okay. And then she said that with the help of her teachers, her lecturers, okay, it actually somehow it gives her a force for her to excel in online learning also. Then a third year agribusiness student in UPM said that that she keeps her focus during online classes by writing notes based on presentations by lecturers and classmates. Okay, so these are all ways that actually can help a student to excel in online learning. And below here, a UPM psychology officer, Siti Fatima Abdul Ghani, advises students to not overthink the situation and handle the issue at hand in a practical manner. Right now, during online learning, a lot of people tend to feel lonely, and this situation will cause them to overthink not only about the COVID pandemic and stuff, but also about their future. Because due to this pandemic, a lot of people are getting unemployed and stuff like that. So with that, she advises students to not overthink and handle the issue at hand in a practical manner. Okay, and then below here, there are a few ways where students can help themselves. So one of it is by setting daily goals, okay, by having a to-do list, and then also to build studying habits that set themselves, okay, in a way that it gives them a force to study and feel motivated. So the main reason why I took this article is just because it contains elements of ways on how a student can help themselves through the online learning. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, so now we are going to choose two news that are going to be published in our news publication. For me, I choose FATINAH's news and DIVEYAN news because it is very related to the situation right now, and it brings awareness to the people. So what about others?
Yes, I agree with you, Asyiqin. I also will choose FATINAH and DIVEYAN news because right now it's very closely related to us because we are now going through an online learning, right? So I think we can publish it.
For me, I agree with what Afiqah said. I support FATINAH and DIVEYAN news because they both news is related to our situation right now. So for DIVEYAN, it's related for our COVID-19, which is online learning, and for FATINAH, the latest news being about at school, which is sexualizing of gender.
Yeah, okay. I also agree with AFIQAH, whereby Fatina's news. Okay, I agree with her news because right now there are students who are being sexually harassed in school, whereby they don't know, because in our system we lack sexual education, so whereby we don't know that we're actually being sexually harassed. So it's a good topic to be placed in a news. And then my news. So yeah.
I also agree with Fatinah news and also Diveyan, because when we publish the both of the news, so I think we can raise the awareness to the others.
I also agree with all of you about the Fatina's news and also Diveyan's news, which it can increase awareness, and also it is very related with us. So we should not normalize the sexual things, and also we have to increase our mental health also.
I also choose Fatinah and Diveyan news that's very related to us, that if we publish it, we also can create awareness to others. So I will choose Fatinah and Diveyan news.
I also agree with all of you. The first news is my news, and then the second news is from Diveyan. The first news because it can create awareness on to people about the gender sensitivity, and then the second news shared by Diveyan about staying motivated online learning, since it related to us. Plus, from that news also, it shares some ways on how students to feel motivated. That's all from me.
Okay, so for the conclusion, we are going to choose Fatina's and Diveyan's news to publish to our Putra News publication. Okay, so that's all for today. See you guys on the last discussion video. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.